Normal left and right chest hooping will be done on the station. The 5.5-inch hoop, normally called the 15 centimeter hoop, is the most common size for hooping a left or right chest design. We're going to use an Allied brand 15 centimeter hoop for this demonstration. Your hoops may be a different brand, but the basic hooping process would be the same. Remember to always check to make sure your design will fit in the hoop you're using. First, start by placing the 15 centimeter fixture onto your station. Number 18 is a good starting point. Notice how the fixture circles a number when placed on the station. Next, mark your first shirt for the design placement you'd like to use. This only has to be done for the first shirt of a given size. You'll use the letters and numbers on the station to repeat this placement on the rest of your garments. Use the placement chart included in your instructions to determine the best location for your design. You can use a piece of masking tape, placement dots, or a marking pencil to mark the garment. Once you have the garment marked, pull your garment onto the station. Pull the garment all the way down until the seams at the top of the garment hit the shoulder form at the top of the station. Let the garment center itself. Next, place your top hoop on the fixture arms and press it down until it's close to the garment. If your placement mark is not in the center of your hoop, then move your fixture on the station until your mark is centered. The shirt should always be pulled to the same place on the station, and the fixture should be adjusted to change the design placement if needed. Once you get your mark centered, look at the letter that the top of the collar is at. You'll want to document this letter. When hooping the rest of the garments of this same size and style, make sure you pull each of them down to this same letter. Take the garment off the station and look at the number that the fixture is circling. Document the letter and number for repeat orders. Now that the fixture is set up for the correct placement, start by adjusting your outer ring for the approximate thickness of your garment. Then place the outer ring in the fixture and place your backing material under the magnetic flaps. Pull the shirt down over the station until the seams hit the shoulder form on the top of the station and the shirt aligns itself. It is important to start with the seams, but if the garment has a placket, you generally want to make sure you embroider square with the placket, even if the placket is not sewn on the garment perfectly straight. If you do not, it will look like the logo is not straight. You can hold the left arm of the fixture down and use the edge to make sure you're sewing square with the placket. The arm is square with the hoop, so this is a good reference to use. If the placket is not straight, then align the placket so that it is parallel with the fixture arm. Do not pull the placket to the edge of the arm. Just align it where it is, so that it's parallel to the arm. When you're done aligning the garment, verify that the top of the collar is at the letter you determined earlier. If it's not, simply slide the garment up or down until it is at the letter. Be careful to make sure you keep the garment straight. Next, determine which direction you're going to load the shirt into the machine. Then, place the hoop on top of the fixture arms, with the brackets on the ends of the hoop facing the correct way. Slide the hoop from side to side. You should feel the hoop lock into position when it's correctly centered on the fixture arms. There should be very little play from side to side. The arms will hold the hoop perfectly square with the station and directly over the lower ring. Place your hands flat against the hoop, directly over the ring area. Do not use your fingertips to press the hoop down. This will reduce the amount of stress on your fingers and wrists. When pressing the hoop down, make sure you apply even pressure so that all sides of the hoop contact the garment at the same time. If you press more on one side of the hoop than the other, the material can be pulled to that side, causing your logo to be crooked. Make sure you press the hoop all the way down until it stops. If the hoop seems to be too tight or too loose, then remove the garment, adjust your hoop, and start over. Adjusting your hoop after hooping can cause hoop burn, puckering, and loss of registration. Finally, remove the hooped garment from the station. Just lift up on the top of the hoop and lift it over the station. Turn the garment over. Notice how the backing is hooped tight with the garment. The outer ring should also be recessed slightly. This recess will help hold the garment with a more consistent tension and will allow the garment to ride on the needle plate of the machine. This reduces flagging and bouncing of the garment while being sewn. Bouncing of the garment can cause inconsistent tensions, loss of registration, and bird nesting of the thread on the backside of the garment. That is the basic procedure to hoop a left or right chest logo on a garment with a placket. Here is a summary of the steps we went over. If you missed one of these steps, please rewind and watch the video again. Mark your first garment, then pull it onto the station so you can position the fixture for your design location. Document the letter and number for the placement, then remove the garment from the station. Now hoop the garment. Place the outer ring and backing material in fixture. Pull the garment over the station. Align the seams with the top of the station, then use the fixture arm to align the placket. Place the hoop on the arms with the brackets in the correct direction. Press the hoop down, then lift the garment off the station.